It's exciting to come your way once again on the flow of God's own state, bringing you Ben Carlos' mandate. I am Wisdom Thomas. The Deputy Speaker and member representing Bender Federal Constituency, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, PhD, CFR, had an interactive session with journalists in his country home Agbamozu Bende, where a wide range of issues were discussed. Some of the things discussed include the 2027 general elections, his invitation to the Abia State Governor to join the APC. He talked about his constituency projects, APC e-registration, amongst others. On the program this morning, it's going to be a little different from the norm. I'm talking about what you are used to on Ben Carlos' mandate. We're going to bring you the excerpt of that chart and expect you to engage with us by the back end of the program, the point where we will open the phone lines and get you involved in the conversation. However, before we get there, let's get this message across.
In this election time.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN Radio.
It is still Ben Carlos' mandate, and I told you we're going to bring you the excerpt of that conversation where the Deputy Speaker fielded questions from journalists ranging on wide issues across the state and the nation in general. Now, in such a gathering, you would expect questions about the 2027 general election to crop up, and rightly so he did, where he was asked questions ranging from those who are looking to vie for one position or the other, and which party as well. These are some of the things he was asked during that chat. The Deputy Speaker himself responded emphatically that it's not gotten to the point where elections should dominate discussion, rather the focus should be on governance.
The question that have been asked by PU has to do with 2027. This is 2026. And I want to say that, like I've echoed over and over, what we are faced with now is governance. The mandate that the people of Bende gave me, the mandate that the 359 members of the parliament, the House of Reps gave me as the Deputy Speaker, is to get the job done. And it's quite a wide mandate, one that covers the committee of the whole of the House. You know, and the Senate is being held by the Senate President. And in the House, I function in that role. And for many of you who may not understand, that particular position takes care of all the reports from the 200 and something committees of the House. That particular report, that particular position vets all submissions from investigative hearing, oversight reports, and all the bills and motions that passes through the House. It is such an enormous task. So, starting that with the role of constitutional review, committee is cumbersome and will not allow anybody, when you add the issue of representation of your people, to begin to declare at the moment, whether you're declaring for House of Rep or declaring for Senate or declaring for governorship or declaring for president, it's not yet time for that. This is the time for governance. And like you have said, a lot of people have gone back after Christmas. I'm here, engaging with my people in Bend Federal Constituency, understanding their concerns, and finding a way to solve them. There are problems to be solved before talking about the election of 2027. And anything that has to do with what I am going to vie for, because we believe in the supremacy of the party, APC. That is why it's different from other political parties. There is no one man that owns the party. The party is owned by all of us. And so when we want to take a decision, we take it holistically. We come together as leaders and we decide what is best for the party, not just what is best for an individual. So I want to repeat again, it is not yet time. And when the time comes, whatever I'm going to buy will be determined by the party and my people. Because the electorates will be the ones saying this is where we want to. So for now, can we just focus on fixing a lot of things in Bend, the federal constituency and around Abia State? Because, and the Southeast, because I don't just represent Bend at the moment, I represent Abia State, I represent South. And that is why I have my projects around Southeast, I have my project around Abia State, not just Bend. With time, I'll take you on a tour to see some of the projects we're doing that you're not even aware of, that is the federal government that is doing them, even outside Benden. So that is what we are focused and I'm racing against time to do as much as possible for the people of Benden. Next question.
Good day, sir.
Well, that's the Deputy Speaker responding to the issue of 2027 general election. He did talk about his invitation to the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Uti, to join the All Progressives Congress, which is the party at the center. And this discourse is not new to this particular political ecosystem. Here is what the Deputy Speaker had to say about that.
Why was I asking the governor? I was asking him, I'm not asking him anymore. Let it be clear. I was asking the governor to join APC because he was one of us. He was one of us. He was one of those that strengthened this party in this state. And I know, or I knew, that he's joining APC will open more doors for Abia State, whether anybody likes it or not. You can debate it from here to Hurricane.com. It's not because if he's in the opposition, he will not have access to the things. There is collaboration in political movement. There is synergy in political movement. And I felt Abia was isolated when the likes of his brother governors sit down to push for anything that will benefit the Southeast, that the various states will benefit from. I felt that Abia would be left outside the door. And I said it would be good for him to come on board. And moreover, he's my friend. Many people don't know that he was my friend before politics. And he will remain my friend after politics. That's the truth. Alex Uti, beyond all the things you read on social media, knows that my call for him to join APC was born out of sincerity of purpose. If the community had hearkened to that call, I don't think Gambians would be disadvantaged by it. Moreover, what is wrong in a friend asking his friend, come, let's continue from where you stopped? What's wrong with that? And like you rightly pointed out, the pressure is there from different quarters. You are a possible person to run for this position against your friend. Why are you calling him to come? Because if he comes, you may not have the chance. And the truth remains that I wanted him to come, to take over. And I would support him if he had come. If he had listened to us that time, definitely we will all queue around him. And that would have demystified that assumptions from propagandists who are saying he's running for governor, he's not running for governor. But if he refused to come like he has refused to come, the party will choose somebody to, it is only natural for the party to choose somebody to run for that. We're not going to do it back. I'm not saying it's going to be me, but I wanted it to be him because it was part of us we built together. That's the truth. So when people go with the narratives that are even blocking from coming into the party, say, no, I've spoken to you privately, send him private messages, urge him to pray about it, because I meant well. And now we cannot extend that invitation forever. He's a man, he knows what he wants, he can take a decision. And I have nothing against whatever decision you're taking. Whatever you see us do is, it's not personal, it's purely politics. So to answer your question, the time I invited him, I wouldn't have minded, him taking charge as the governor, because it's the culture of our party that any governor that comes in takes over. If he comes in today, he takes over. We all support him. That's the fact. So it's nothing personal to him. When I hear people say, I want to stop him from no. Nothing like that. And there is nothing wrong if a political party goes about scouting for membership. If I reach out to him and say, come and be our member, just like I reach out to so many people. In the past, I reach out to Governor T.O.G. I said, come and be our member. I said, Ikuku is already with you people. My wife is already with you people. We kept pushing. Today, he's part of us. Governor Kezibazo has not joined us as a member of APC. Still in meeting, but I'm still reaching out. Asking him, come on, this is where I'm extending the thing. I extended the thing to my friend Governor Alex. At the same time, we are extending to Dick Donald. And I said, come, let's build a formidable platform we can use to be relevant at the center and also impactful at the local level. So that is, I think, to answer your question, it was nothing selfish. So if it was self-centered, I would be one of those blocking him. If it's just I want to be governor by all means, I want to go and run for governor, I'm not declared. I would have blocked. I said, no, he should not come in. But I'm the one here singing to him, come, let's build together. Come, let's build together. I think I did what I was supposed to do as a party leader and as a member of National Caucus of the party, member of National Executive Council of the party. We are just told to reach out to more the world. That's what we do. So I hope I answered that question. Thank you.
So that's the Deputy Speaker putting clear daylight between insinuations regarding his invitation to the governor of the state to join the ruling APC. He did talk about whether or not he was going to run for the governorship come 2027, which is something all over the place in recent times. And here that question cropped up on the radar. And the deputy speaker had this to say, saying the party is supreme. Let's take a listen.
There is there's a term that has been going on around Abia State. And this is beyond my constituency. They called for me to be a governor. Should be a statewide call. So I can't be relying on what my constituents say. For House of Assembly, House of Senate, the constituent within the federal constituency, the Nigerian district of Abia North can do that. But when it comes to the governorship of the state, I don't think it's the call of my constituency. Like I said, and I'll keep saying, and I know some people will not hear it because they will keep writing. Because they will keep writing. The one that will sell their newspaper. And you know what? Those who use my name to sell their newspapers or to blog or to, it's what we paid for when we joined politics. You'll be called names, you'll be anything that, you'll be called names, you'll be given so many labels, but they don't define it. So if you're not ready for that, don't join politics. If you're ready for, you wake up in the morning, they tell you, they keep something and say, it's you that did it, even though you don't know anything about it. And everybody outside will believe it. If you're not ready for that, don't join politics. But the truth remains, my political party is supreme. My political party doesn't take decisions based on emotions or sentiments. They take a well-researched decision. It is the call of the party. If they find me worthy for anything, is there anything in the country I'm not, at this level I am, I can't run for any position. I can also decide I don't want to run for any position. I can decide I want to go to private life. I can decide I want to progress. So it shouldn't be a do or die. And all ambition doesn't end with being a governor. People should not, micromanage you in a way that the only ambition for me as a politician is just being a governor. No. It doesn't mean that the only way you can make impact is just to be a governor. No. There are other things, and I have the potentials for other things because I've prepared myself long before coming into politics. And I have second address. I can fit in for other things, even beyond being a governor. If that is what my party wants at the moment, and the people of Zambia want at the moment. But to sound like it is a desperate move where there is no, I look beyond what others are looking at, and I don't want to be caged with what you get. There are some people who finish being governors, they want to be senators. So if it is the ultimate, they finish being governor, they want to be vice president. They finish being governor, they want to be president. So being governor is not the ultimate ambition in the life of any young politician like me. It's not the ultimate. There are so many layers of, opportunities, so I think we should focus on how to make Bende better, Abia better, Nigeria better. The position is just a tool towards getting that thing done for the citizens, not self-serving. Any day I look at the position just to serve myself, then I've lost it. I have no business being in politics if it is not to serve the people. Any day it's only about serving me. I have no business being here. Some of you have been coming here. This is the same seat you've been sitting on since 2001, 2002. You'll be coming to this house. It's only this flag here that is new. So if it is about self-serving in 6 years, that should be tremendous difference around. But if you move around the community, you will hear stories about tremendous impact, and that is what political positions should be about. Impact. Even when nobody's watching, impact, because it doesn't belong to you. The access you get through your political position is not for you, it's for the people. So at the end, we are going to be judged not by the noise we make on social media or newspapers or television, but by comparative analysis of impact.
Well, the Deputy Speaker delved away from politics to now discuss constituency projects. And this time around, he lifted the lead on the Light Up Bender project, as well as other important developments he brought to Bender.
Reports of all our intervention from day one till now. And I'm sure before you leave here, they're going to give you some documents that you can flip through and see the amount of impact we have made in the federal constituency. If you interview the people on the street, they will tell you that comparatively speaking, it has never been like this since the beginning of time. There is no representative in the federal constituency that have achieved 10% of what I have done. I said 10%, and I make bold to say that in terms of roads, we have over 20 roads completed, and we have over 15 ongoing, and more will join. In terms of schools, we have over 32 and completed. We have more than 20 to 25 ongoing and more will be added. And others like health centers, others like civic centers, and name them. ICT centers are being constructed. We are doing about 26 of them across the federal constituency. In terms of electricity, we are pushing the solar mini grid. We are the first to do solar mini grid in the federal constituency in the year 2020. That solar mini grid is still serving the community till we build a bigger one just this year that we commissioned. We have been able to link our community to the national grid. Since I built this house in 2002, the house you're staying here, some of you who know me have been coming to meetings here, and you are aware I built this house 2002. From that time till now, I've never used national grid until it was rectified 2 days ago. I've never used NEPA light here, or if you like, PSTN. But now we have gotten the community hooked to the Aloji power station. So when there is light in Aba, there will be a light here. And it's not only in this community, we have done for Rosita, and one as Kalu, his community has gotten. We have done for part of Uzakole that was affected. And we're extending it to Alai. We are going to Item, we are going to Ibere, we are going to Itumbozo. I was in Itumbozo, and yesterday the team gathered here. I saw that they don't have light, and that they requested for it. And I invited the team. The team met with 2 people here yesterday, and they have gone to the site. So any moment from now, 2 will be hooked to this line. And I'm going to take that all through the federal constituency. So, in terms of infrastructure, I don't think anybody has beaten our record. Both ecological control, remember, the women in Bam, they used to carry their crops on their head to cross the river because there was no bridge. Came and it was one of the first motions I moved in 2019 when I got to the house. And the president then was magnanimous to allow a couple of billions, the purpose 2 or 3 billion for the contractors to do the job. I don't think there is any member in Bende that has brought a project of over $1 billion to them. And that does not mean that we have gotten there. You know, Bende is quite large. Bende is supposed to be 3 local governments, and it is before the parliament now. It's supposed to be Bende North, Bende South, Bende Central. I say so because on one side of Bende, you have Akwa Ibom. We border Akwa Ibom. And on the other side, you border Ebonyi State. It's quite large. You can't travel all through Bende in 2 hours. It's not possible. Or 3 hours. It's not possible. You want to run from Ugweke all the way to Dalabo. You can't do it. It's a very large local government. That is why whatever you bring gets swallowed, within it. But we are making effort on Ugweke side. We have done a lot there. The last 2 days, I commissioned about 6 projects there. And one of the fundamental projects there was linking Abia State to Ebonyi State through a road. And when I went there to see the quality of the road, and you need to visit there, you will see that people from Enugu, Ebonyi, I saw 20 or 30 vehicles using that road. And I asked them, where are you going? They said, we are going to Calabar. So you're passing through here to go to Calabar? They say, yes. They come out from there, they connect, and then before you know it, they are in the south. So we are trying to link, the communities within the southeast with one another to increase human traffic, business that comes with business and all the rest of it. So we'll keep making effort. Some of the projects ongoing, major road, very soon, this road, the road to Maya, which has been used severally to talk about our efficiency or otherwise. It's a federal road that I've tried as much as possible to get the Minister of Works to discuss about it. And he told me it was one of the roles that they want to partner with the state government to do. Initially, I had attracted 10 billion naira for this road from Umaya down to the last project. But when I got a letter from the Minister of Works that is one of the rules designated for the state to do and later claim the money from the federal government. I've been monitoring to see what they are starting. So the 10 billion that we attracted for this road, we have to move it to a new road that I'm building that will connect Item to Boro. We're doing a new road that will connect Item all the way to Boro. And but this year, if within this first quarter nothing happens on this road, I have to use another intervention to start doing it because it's embarrassing for me. I can't be waiting for federal government, Ministry of Works, whatever, on this road. Luckily enough, through FEMA, 1 billion naira from the Sukuk Fund, which is going to start a new intervention on this road. But the work we want to do on this road is beyond FEMA. We want to dualize the road, we want to expand the shoulders of the road and then make it look like where the deputy speaker uses, and also where citizens of federal constituency like that they can use to access their headquarters. So it's because this road links Ohafia, Aruchukwu, links into Bozo, from there to Akwa Ibom. So it's a very important road that has been done. And my people need this road done because it will increase economic activities around this area. So in terms of infrastructure, we are doing well comparatively so, but we need to do more. And I'm not actually adverse to people calling my attention and say, you need to do more. Not like other leaders. You can tell me I need to do more. That is why you're my constituent. You can say, we need you to do more. It's Oliver Twist.
It is still Ben Carlos' mandate on the flow of God's own state this morning. Like I told you from the off, we are bringing you excerpt from an interactive session which took place in the country home of the Deputy Speaker and member representing Benda Federal Constituency, Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu, PhD, CFR, on the program this morning. Well, the Deputy Speaker harped on the need for collaboration between himself and the Abia State government. However, before we hear what he had to say in that direction, let's equally get a message across.
Together we can make Nigeria better. Oh, hey, one voice. We can make Nigeria better.
Nigerians, your voice is your power. The future you desire begins with your vote. Continuous voter registration is currently taking place nationwide. If you are 18 years and above and yet to register, if you need to transfer your registration, correct your details, or replace a missing PVC, this is your moment to act. Without a voter's card, your voice cannot be heard. Without registration, you cannot take part in shaping our democracy. Register now. Let your vote speak for you. Register today. Vote tomorrow. Secure our collective future. This message is supported by the Renewed Hope Partners.
Mommy, Daddy, CC, baby, don't make mistake today. We go spoil your tomorrow.
Votes are only with your PVC, man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So wemo. Everything feels so good when I'm with you. So wemo.
I know you didn't get your hair done, so you could just sit down and just sit still.
Hey, we trying to have a good time tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Regards to your moms.
Regards to your momsy.
Regards to your moms.
Regards to your momsy.
Regards to your momsy. Don't you open up that window.
Keep it steady on Flow 94.9. We bring the right flow to God's own state.
It's all we know. In the hills is all we know.
It's exciting to know you are still listening to the flow of God's own state, Ben Carlos' mandate. I'm Wisdom Thomas, and I told you that the Deputy Speaker harped on the need for collaboration, alleging that his constituency projects are being stalled. And you are asking, who are those stalling those projects? Take a listen to the Deputy Speaker now.
We should find out time to do it all and go around and see how much I'm helping, and it should be seen as, it should be partnership. It should be, you're doing this area, okay, leave this area for me, I'll do. You're doing this area, that is what I expect to do with the governor and the government of Abia State. Collaboration, synergy, where, Mr. Governor, you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, allow me to do 4, 5. Okay, Deputy Speaker, can you do 1, 2, 3, 4? In this area, let me do, so that the resources will be, it's not my money, it's the federal government money. If you destroy it, it's federal government money you're destroying. If you say no to it, you're saying no to federal government. In fact, it has gone into a level here that we want to go and build a health center and we receive resistance. And they said that the governor said, or the commissioner said, or the local government said, that we should not allow you to come in. Why should a federal government attracted project be denied the people? Why? Is that not pettiness? That is, I will go to Abuja, fight and bring projects for my people, and when I want to build it, you start arresting the people there. You start sending local government chairman, you see deputy chairman of local government insulting the deputy speaker who brought project. It ought not to be. The one I built today, you will not build it tomorrow because you send that money elsewhere, and it's government money, it's not our personal money. So I should push all the projects I've attracted for Abia State now to Anambra State, or push it to Imo State, or push it to Ebonyi State. Is that what we want as a people? As a people? So these are things that have been happening. We are building school,
and you see people who come with vehicles of police and say, we don't want you to build here. We want to build this state government school. I've never had it in the years of my representation that. Remember, I was a representative when PDP was in charge of the state. And PDP government never stopped me from building anything in any school. In fact, they clapped for us, they welcomed us. In fact, they called on us. The governor called me, what are you building for me? What are you going to build this year? What are the areas you're going to intervene? It's not a competition. It is dividends of democracy. We should not be struggling to make intervention that will benefit our people. So this is one of the things that we've been experiencing, and I think I should push it out there. I shouldn't be going to police, calling commissioner of police, IG of police because I want to do intervention. It has never happened in this state before. It has never happened. So, okay, you want to record that the deputy speaker did less, so that what will happen? So that you come and do it, or so that the people are denied and they clap for you, and then at the end of the day, people don't have access to hospital. People will die at home. So people who are supposed to have hospital in every 5 kilometers because of WHO requirement, SDGF requirement, every 5 kilometers there should be a hospital. Are you saying that you would deny me building a hospital? Because I know there's limited resources from the state, and then you deny me building the hospital and people can die at home? And then the students who are sitting on the floor should keep sitting on the floor in some of the local governments, in some of the communities, because you just don't want you to come from deputy speaker. And then the kids, do they know what you're talking about? They get sick while sitting on the floor. I should allow the floor to come and carry the building and it to fall on their head. I should not repair the school. It doesn't make sense. That is not, I've never experienced it like this before. So I am saying that it is important that we collaborate, we work together in synergy. It's government. We will all live here one day. And the more we attract now, the better. I will not be here forever. And no government stays forever. We'll come, we back, we leave. So the space is so big enough for everybody to impact. If I'm building road A, you can go to road B. It's still a virgin road. If I'm building school A, there are still so many schools that you can build. But I'm also happy to sit with the state government and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we want. This is our infrastructural development plan. Okay, if you want to do X, Y, Z, let it fall into this particular area. I'm ready to do that. My own is collaboration. So it shouldn't be a competition. The House of Rep members should not be seen competing with his governor. No, and I'm not one of those that I give my governor the due respect. State government, because the governor is a governor. We don't have two governors. That's a fact. This December also, I showed my courtesy as a leader of my state. And he will tell you, I've always extended my courtesies to him. So I think people walking around him are trying to make some of these things. I don't think it's the governor that is doing that. I think there are people around that are ambitious, that want to just prove a point or two, and we ought to let them know that it's not really necessary. Who suffers at the end? At the end, the constituents. I should be allowed to vote for my constituent.
During that media parley, the Deputy Speaker responded to alleged abandonment of projects, include what he described as smear campaign by the opposition to merely tarnish his image and bring his work for his people to disrepute. But this is what he had to say about that.
Abandoned. There's a term that has been going on around Abia State. And I think it's all about propaganda. Last time, we noticed at Igbere, or Walla community, they didn't have a sound civic center to take the population of that community to sit and communicate on how to build unity, peace. That's what civic centers do. They are platforms for you to come and engage as brothers, as families, as community to discuss about the world.
When we noticed that based on their own needs analysis and submission that they made to us, we went to build in October a civic center. And it was raining, and they had undulating platform. The contractor decided to wait for the rain to settle, for the feeling that they need to settle before coming back to site. That project was just 90 days old. Somebody was sent to go and take photograph and video that this project had been abandoned. The blocks were fresh, the iron were fresh. And at night, they went and cut off all the standing iron coming from the foundation to prove that a project that is 90 days old was abandoned. And that particular video was sponsored to go viral. The deputy speaker abandoned the project. You can't abandon the project that is 90 days old, that is still ongoing. That is a lifetime of a project. And 90 days is not a lifetime for a project like a big civic center. We should be able to draw the line between lies and political propaganda and vandalization of public property, which is against our laws. When youths are sent to go and make videos, destroy properties, and call it abandoned, it is a very wrong thing that we are leaving behind. So again, the road we started in Umo, it was not abandoned. It is in this administration that we started it. The roads that we're doing now in Bende, we face them. Some pass through the stage where yours is at the moment. They have done the first preparation. They are coming back for the second phase. The gutters are there. I don't know whether it will link to Abreba with what they are doing now, or the second phase will link up to Abreba. But we will want to link Abreba through that access. So please, when they define some of the projects that is still under process to be abandoned, try to ask them, when was this project started? How long was it supposed to last? We don't have any single abandoned project in Bende Federal Constituency, not even one. They are ongoing. And that reminds me, the road going to Usuakole from Ozitem, and the same thing. The contractors found that one or two portions, about 20 meters, in a 5.5 kilometer road that was last touched in 1981. The road we're talking about is a link road that was done by Mbakwe. And about how many governors have come and gone? 3 or 4 governors have come and gone, and nobody has touched that. I can't be waiting for state government forever. I have to do my own intervention because it's my constituency. Linking two communities that are brothers and sisters, but drive a very long distance to communicate with one another. So instead of allowing Ozite to use 20-kilometer road before they can meet with Uzuakole, I decided to shorten it with a 5.5 kilometer road, saving them petrol, saving them time, saving them cost, and the risk of being on the road for too long. On that road, somebody was saying, when the contractors have seen the portion that fell, they call it scarified, they call it open to fill it. Somebody went there with camera. They took the video. Again, resources was used to make it go viral. And the entire state, and the entire 5.5 kilometers was not in that video, only that portion. And they started talking about that. That is not what governance is all about. Governance is about collaboration. It's about working together. The state and the federal working together for development. That road or those roads I'm building, the state government won't build them again. It has reduced the burden of the state government. So my office should be commended rather than my line. They should actually be showing off that the deputy speaker is partnering with the state government
to develop the state, not the other way around, where they always carry camera to go and look for what they can project and make it go viral. That is not governance. That's antagonism. That is not the spirit of democracy. So your rule is not abandoned. Let me also announce that that rule has not been finished. The said rule that went viral has not been completed. The contractors have not asked me to come and commission it. The agency supervising it has not given certificate of completion. So work is still ongoing. Why should a work that is ongoing be criticized and be made to go viral when the work is not completed? Why don't we wait for them to finish what they have noticed on their own? You are building a bridge, you find out there was an error somewhere. On your own, you cut it open and you want to fill it. And when between the time you cut it open and you want to come and fill it, somebody comes there, take photograph, take video, and say, this is the kind of job they are doing for us. We have to discourage it, especially you people who are in the media. When you see such thing, try to correct it by saying, let's visit the site, let us go through and have a more balanced analysis. For whom I was there a few days ago, and to engage with my people. The road from Ameke to this section will not be over without me doing it. So I promised them that I'm going to do it, and we've already programmed it. Funded from federal government, because the federal government released so much. Some of this intervention, we're looking for money to use to, take care of them. And as they come, we begin to make our intention a reality. At the moment, it is a need.
Let me now crave your indulgence and to help you brace up for what is up next, which is the point where we will engage with you and have you call via the phone lines and share your thoughts in tandem with what we have discussed on the program this morning. All right, it's time to open the phone lines and have you join the conversation right away. 0808-182-6949 or 0811-605-2949. Good morning.
Good morning, Wizzy.
Thank you. Go ahead, please. Name and location.
Who say man know this the name I'm calling from Mumbai. I want to appreciate the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Ben Kalu, for granting this interview to journalists and to bloggers. It's good that he has made this thing known to audience. Ben Kalu is a good man who has done marvelously well for his people, Pen the constituency, beyond Pen the constituency, the people of Abia State and the Southeast at large. And he has every equal right. That's why my plea is for those that are working for the government of the day. They shouldn't be seeing most of the things he criticized constructively as a problem in Abia State, and by responding in a way that you look at it, he's squaring with the governor. He has been making constructive contributions. They have been making meaningful contributions to Abia to make sure that he wins Abia for APC's party. So if a member of a political party come together and decide to say that we want to get this party for the APC, or we want to make Abia to become an APC party, so it doesn't call for problem or war or any other thing. Ben Kali is good to go. If you want to contest for presidency, he has what it takes. The governor or senate or presidency, he has what it takes to do that. So I am encouraging him. We have been begging him to come out. All of us, we do the needful when it comes to that, because we've seen what he's doing and it's marvelous in our side. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you for your contribution. Let's take another reaction and we'll continue. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm dealing with my brother.
Go ahead, please.
What did you go to finish? I just want to ask a question. If you listen to me, you said that we are practicing before that. You said for now allow them to do the project and they will come and start arresting them. Does it not happen?
I think we are actually struggling to make sense of what he's saying because of the nature of the reception. Now, there have been ongoing conspiracy theories about the ongoing e-registration exercise under the purview of the All Progressives Congress, and the Deputy Speaker during that media interaction gave clarity to that.
The only way you can show that you're Nigerian is to have our identity. Our identity is your civic right to have your identity. It's like that in other countries. I have my identity in all the countries I've lived. With that identity, I'll be identified. My family will be identified. If there's anything that happens, it will be easier to see me. But here in Nigeria, we have not taken it seriously. That's why this president insisted that the national identity management of this country should be taken seriously if we really want to have a serious economic planning. If we are planning for our people, not for outsiders. If we are planning to win with our available resources, it must be based on who are Nigerians. So, Mr. President insisted that charity must begin at home. If you want to be a member of APC, we don't want people from Panya. We don't want people from Niger. We don't want people from Cotonou and Togo or Cameroon being members of APC. That the condition to be a member of APC, one of the conditions is that you must have your national identity number. So that we know that Nigerians are the ones running the party. So that tomorrow we'll know that Nigerians are the ones who are members of APC. So we put that as one of our preconditions for the on that we're doing now. But we notice that there are challenges that Abia people have been having it difficult in having NIN. We notice that some are even being charged money to get NIN. And because they cannot afford it, our people are not being onboarded. And you know the day.
Well, that's the Deputy Speaker bringing clarity to the issue of the e-registration exercise ongoing. That is on the auspices of the All Progressives Congress. The phone lines are buzzing. There are comments on Facebook. However, we have limited time. I'm just going to look at a couple of the comments and then we call time on the program because our second major news bulletin for the day, Flow News at noon, is around the corner. Uchenna Esina is saying, keep up the good work. And for Chijoke Iboleku, he said, ride on Inyabia. And the phone lines are buzzing. I think at this point in time, we have to wrap up. That was the excerpt of that media parley which held in the country home of the Deputy Speaker and member representing Bender Federal Constituency, discussing a wide range of issues and brought that your way. We brought that your way on the program this morning. We have to call time on the program now. Let me sincerely appreciate you for listening, those who have been itching to be part of the conversation via our feedback platform. Thank you very much. And I have to appreciate Stanko, who is behind the visuals on Facebook, to my producer, Samson Eze, and Chief Alvan Egono. Have an amazing day ahead and leave your dial on the flow of God's own state.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN Radio/Television community today and stay connected to what matters most. Introducing AB